What's going on, everybody? This is dkdynamite for a really exciting update in regards to Season 1 for Black Ops 6 multiplayer. We also got some brand new patch notes, plus even more. Definitely stay tuned. But before we jump into that, be sure to hit that subscribe button down below, drop a like, and as a big reminder, we got plenty of brand new articles going up on detonated.com for those that want to stay in the loop with all things campaign, multiplayer, and of course, zombies. We just launched the Zombies Codex a couple of days ago, which will keep you guys fully informed with the brand new Dark Ether storyline, and there's every piece of intel from Cold War to Vanguard, MW3, and even Black Ops 6. You can also search by character and see every piece of intel that is related to that character. We will be adding the old Ether story in the coming months as well to really keep the entire objective Zombies canon in one place for you guys. But with that being said, you can also go ahead and follow me over on Twitter at dkdynamite1. I tweet out as often as I can, and we got banger hourly coverage from Fajardi over on Detonated's Twitter on top of that. But with that out the way, jumping right into the brand new preseason patch notes. They just dropped about 20 minutes ago, time of recording this. As you can see, Monday, November 4th, for stability. Improve stability when interacting with the message of the day. They also improve stability when sending voice communications. Completion display will now properly appear when completing prestige challenges in both MP and Zombies. And for operators, they addressed an issue where Bailey wasn't holding an intended pistol in the operator selection menu. For multiplayer, they mentioned that Nuketown is now available in private matches. I went over this a couple of days ago. They dropped it at I think midnight on Saturday, and we tested it out. No mannequin Easter egg as of yet, but we'll see if that ends up getting added or found in the future. For modes, addressed an issue where players were spawned in when joining a session in progress instead of spectating before selecting a loadout. Yes, we saw ourselves in a kill cam before selecting a loadout too. That's funny. That's actually funny. Improved stability in infected game mode. And then general spawn logic across several maps for improved spawning. That's awesome. It's going to be an ongoing process of taking in data, reviewing gameplay, and making measured adjustments in the live environment. Our number one goal is to always provide the safest spawn that we can across all maps and game modes. For loadouts, address an issue where players would automatically equip their previously used loadout when joining matches already in progress. Address an issue where players would die at initial spawn when selecting their loadout. I've actually had that happen to me a few times. And then for weapons, this is really important when it comes to weapon tuning. It's been awesome seeing players discover and share their favorite weapon builds during the first week of launch. Every day we monitor both player feedback and GAM data to keep tabs on how the weapon meta is evolving and prepare for a comprehensive tuning pass in Season 1. We have seen the discussions about the relative balance of assault rifles and SMGs, and we are making some early general changes to adjust their effective ranges. For ARs, we are pulling in minimum damage ranges and lessening the impact of headshots at close range. SMGs are receiving damage range increases to improve their mid-range effectiveness. So I love these new graphics they put together in the patch notes to really detail exactly what has been affected on a particular weapon. As you can see here with the XM4, at the following damage adjustments. They do go ahead and compare pre-patch to post-patch with exactly how the weapon performs. So they've gone ahead and detailed maximum damage, medium, and minimum, and then attachment adjustments as well for the CHF barrel. The AK-74 also got some changes, as you will see. So the XM4 got a slight nerf, and so did the AK-74, but depends on what you're exactly looking at. Headshot multiplier reduced as well. You'll see the comparisons. They've obviously increased the damage for the minimum, though, which is pretty cool. But then for the MS-85, we also got a bit of a nerf to maximum damage, nothing for the medium, and then they've kept minimum about the same when it comes to damage, but they've adjusted the range just a little bit there. The GPR-91, bit of a nerf there across the board, and yeah, they kept minimum the same. Motto L got a change, so they've actually gone ahead and detailed quite a few weapons here, which is pretty cool. So for the most part, a couple of nerfs. I mean, there's slight buffs here and there, but for the most part, it's just a big weapon tuning update that includes nerfs. As you'll see that we went over the Goblin there with the AS Val, which is an absolute monster. Some weapons they haven't touched, but obviously for the C9, they've kept things just about the same. Just about. They just tweaked the range a little bit. Most of the changes are range related, as you will see. And then coming towards the end of our SMG category, let's see if they tweaked anything else. For shotguns, they mentioned that last week they fixed an issue with shotgun slugs, but they're still working on additional issue causing this attachment to perform better in hipfire than intended. Slugs are meant to offer an alternative playstyle for shotguns that trade close quarter effectiveness for improved range and precision. As you can see there, they've reduced the max damage on the slug for the Marine and the ASG. For Recon Combat Specialty, hell yeah. Reduced duration that enemies are highlighted after respawning to 1.5 seconds from 2. An additional reduction will be coming before Season 1. That's good news. That's pretty frustrating to go up against. Resolved an issue that allowed players to activate Recon Combat by changing loadouts. Okay. And then Dispatcher got a change. They're going to continue observing data and feedback for perks and combat specialties in multiplayer. Currently, Enforcer is the most popular combat specialty with Recon in second place. It's not just about the data, though, as your feedback is a critical part of how they'll be approaching tuning of the live game. So they'll be changing it a little bit more before November the 14th. Reduced flashbang tactical screen effect. And then for score streaks, they've increased the health of UAV and counter UAV. Increased initial explosion radius of the napalm. Reduced the initial entry delay of the LDBR. Increased the flying speed of the strategic bomber. And reduced the score cost for interceptors from 1250 to 1150. They've also adjusted stance change cooldowns to reduce effectiveness of repeated prone to stand movement. XP earner rates also got tweaked a bit. They've increased XP rates across the board for TDM, Control, S&D, and Gunfight, and they've decreased the player XP and weapon XP earned in face-off. Okay. Also just an issue where players were able to complete the nuke challenge without dying, or with dying, excuse me, huh? Interesting. Appropriate perks will not display when viewing the featured player during best play. And then for Gunsmith, they're investigating issues where any equipped optic is removed when entering the Gunsmith. Players will not notice this issue if entering Gunsmith during a match. Players can equip optics, but will need to re-equip them anytime they enter Gunsmith in the main menu. And in cases where optic is locked and equipped via a blueprint, players will need to reapply the blueprint. And then for zombies, last but not least, Gobblegum names will now properly update when switching between tiers. So nothing in regards to other God mode glitches or any other exploits that have been discovered. But that's going to be it for our brand new patch notes. Jumping right into the Season 1 multiplayer maps now. Unexpectedly, at about 10 a.m. this morning, they went ahead and revealed 3 new 6v6 experiences that are going to be dropping on November the 14th. It wasn't really clarified if any of these maps are being saved for mid-season. I don't think any of them are. And we'll still go back to mid-season in just a second. But some of these maps probably take place over in Avalon. They look gorgeous. So there's Heirloom, there's Hideout, and then there is Extraction. None of which are reimaginings of any older Black Ops maps that we know of. I saw a couple of comparisons to some MW3 maps, but let me know what maps maybe remind you of some of these new ones down below in this video's comments. Pretty cool that we're going to be starting off Season 1 hot when it comes to multiplayer, right? So 2 of these maps are just for 6v6. That's Hideout and Extraction, whereas Heirloom is going to be for both 6v6 and Face-Off. I'm assuming it'll support Face-Off 6v6 at some point, or just regular 6v6, and then it'll also end up supporting Gunfight, right? 2v2 experiences. So you're going to see that on Heirloom. But also looking at the Season 01 logo there, it's unclear if they're going to be going back to the graphic style we saw in Vanguard, where every season is like 01 or 02. Doesn't mean we're going to get more than 6 seasons, because Vanguard definitely didn't. Vanguard only got 5 seasons, but we'll have to wait and see how they're going to brand Season 1 once we get the full blog post and roadmap reveal, probably in the next couple of hours from now or at some point later this week. Typically, we end up seeing a big new season reveal exactly around the week before the start of that new content, but November 14th to Thursday, so that would mean we would probably get a full-fledged showcase and maybe a trailer this Thursday. Could even do it sooner than that. Did not expect marketing today, though, when it comes to Season 1 of multiplayer. But yeah, those are our brand new maps we're going to be jumping into. What I'm hoping for is that when the preload ends up rolling around for Season 1, which is probably going to be a day or two before November 14th, hopefully people don't actually force load their way into the maps early like we saw a lot with some previous seasons of Modern Warfare. It's going to be a nice surprise to jump into the game when the season begins to experience all the content together for the very first time. But again, I'll keep you guys in the loop if anything out there does leak. So far, nothing has significantly leaked for Black Ops 6, which is great. I know some of the weapons got rumored, but that's not really anything major. We're going to have to wait and see what else does end up popping up. But with the gameplay out the way for Season 1 of multiplayer, we got a nice little flyover of each map there. Treyarch also went ahead and confirmed about an hour after that reveal that more than those 3 maps is going to be releasing at some point in Season 1. So they confirmed mid-season more maps are coming to multiplayer. It's a question mark as to whether or not that means more 6v6, is it more face-off, or are they going to actually introduce a big mode like Combined Arms or Fire Team, where we see some bigger spaces added into multiplayer. I wouldn't guess that's what we're going to see in Season 1. Maybe that's something for future seasons, because I think big maps and big modes were pretty popular, especially in Cold War. Ground War didn't get much support in Modern Warfare 2 or 3, but I'd be curious to see if Treyarch changes things up a little bit here with Black Ops 6. But chat, I also wouldn't be shocked if we ended up seeing a reimagined map or two also added in. I know Modern Warfare 3 launched with all remasters, so that's why the post-launch focused more on original spaces, but Black Ops 6 really doesn't have any reimagined maps yet. I know we got Nuketown, but that technically doesn't really count, so wouldn't be shocked if we end up seeing a remaster or two with Reloaded, which at this rate is probably going to be around December the 12th-ish, depending on how they're going to actually release mid-season updates. Now, will it be exactly 4 weeks after the start of a new season? We're just going to have to wait and see. But as they confirmed, ladies and gentlemen, this will be an unrivaled year of Black Ops content. Again, Season 1 begins on November 14th. We're supposed to be getting additional marketing about this content drop relatively soon. We still have a lot left to learn about the Warzone integration, Area 99, and of course DLC 1 for Black Ops 6 Zombies. But it's been an awesome launch so far. We already got Infected, we got our first bundle, and we of course got Nuketown just a couple of days ago. I have seen a lot of questions asking about the in-game item shop for Black Ops 6, and as of now, there's only the COD Endowment Pack, which does cost 20 real dollars. It does feature some Tracer blueprints, which to me is a nice add-on here to this bundle, in which all proceedings will go towards veterans. But as far as other bundles go, I know the Replacer has already been confirmed, but it's unclear when that's actually going to be dropping. It's probably with Season 1, but if any other items do get added to the item shop, I will let you guys know in a future video. But the last thing I'll end with is that the double XP weekend did get extended until tomorrow, November the 5th, because there was an issue with XP earn rates on Friday. They ended up pushing the conclusion of the XP event until tomorrow. So make sure you guys level up, make sure you guys get your weapons progressed through as much as you'd like, and also make sure you take advantage of those double Gobblegum earn rates over in Zombies. But that is about it. This has been dkdynamite. Leave all your thoughts down below in the comment section. What are your thoughts on today's little update for Black Ops 6? We, of course, got additional context for Season 1 of multiplayer. We got 3 maps revealed. We got some pretty important patch notes. Really happy with what they did tweak, as you guys probably saw. Let me know what you're most excited for with multiplayer down below in this video's comments. Which map looks the best to you, and also which map should get reimagined first with the first season. Really hope you guys have enjoyed, and peace out, everybody.